Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we want to visit the waterfall of Berkelah. In Malaysia that's called the Hutan Lipur. Here we are on the way from Kuantan to Marang, and we are at the crossroads where we have to turn in towards the waterfall of Berkelah. Here we're on a little side road that turns off of the main road. It's about 5 kilometers. It's quite a rural area that we go through. Quite fun to drive here, by the way, because you know you're no longer in the city and you're getting close to the jungle area. The waterfall, the closer you get to the waterfall, you actually see the nature change. And it goes from a hard road to a gravel road, and then we found this little friend. Chuckles. We left Kuantan just after sundown, which was about, on that day it was 6:45, it's about a week ago, and so probably at this time it's around 7:15. The sun has just come up. You can see it's not really sunny yet, so there's still a little bit of clouds over the rainforest, and that's why well, you can see the sun is out and it's early morning. And you can actually see the clouds over the rainforest and the hills.
You need to follow this and then you need to follow that.
The majority of the people that live in this area live of agriculture. We actually passed some palm oil tree fields. We passed some, I think this here on the right hand side are some chili pepper fields. And on this gravel road on the left hand side you can see that it's more like an embankment. There's a river, so the road twines with the river for about 5 kilometers until we get to a small bridge, and from that bridge it's another 5 kilometers, another 500 meters to the car park. I'll be honest with you, this car is a Ford Escape. It's a 4x4. And it can do the job. If you would go here with a normal city car with all the potholes, you will not have a comfortable ride. If then there is 3 or 4 people in your car, I don't think it's really doable. So when you want to come here, you gotta make sure that your transport is your motor transport is sturdy enough to take this kind of beatings. Currently what I'm showing you at this moment is it still looks all quite okay, but there's been some rougher areas. You can actually see here from the forest that we're getting a bit more to the denser part of the I wouldn't really call it rainforest yet, but it's more like the entrance into the rainforest, because the real big trees are not visible here yet. But we'll show you can actually see some. But once we get closer to the waterfall, I will show you some rainforest there. Berkelah Waterfall is also known for its 7 tiers. Now, during this trip, this video is specifically on how to get to the Berkelah Waterfall. Actually, the highway that you're going to see now is the bridge that we're going to be underpassing now, is the highway from Kuantan to Kuala Lumpur. And we are about 30 kilometers outside of Kuantan at this moment. So we just went under the bridge. The Berkelah Waterfall, what I just wanted to tell you is that it has 7 tiers. And on this day, we probably did 4 or 5 tiers. These tiers of the waterfall are not very defined. Some are bigger and smaller, so it's easy to lose count. This is part of the river that comes from the waterfall. There's about 2 or 3 runoffs that we have detected. One of the runoffs is actually dry. Later in the video you will see where we passed that. There's huge boulders that we're walking past. Here you see a very small little river. Further in the video, once we go up the waterfall, I will share with you how you can see the raging river. So during this video, we're just going to show you how to get to the first tier of the waterfall. So here we just arrived at the car park. There's only one other car inside, and during that day we only met 2 people on the whole day, and we were about 4 hours in, so to about 2.5 hours to go inside and about 1.5 hours to trek back. There was nobody at the entrance building. The building looked a little bit deserted as well. The blue piece of canvas there is somebody's towel, I think. Somebody left their towel. Seems like a very nice area for families to come here. Most Malaysian people would not venture into the waterfall. They would stay here and, you know, sunbathe and, you know, when it's hot here.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. People complain about other people, but they themselves do nothing.
Well, here you clearly hear that I'm Dutch. Complain about everything. This area here near the car park is very clearly an area where people like to hang out on a Saturday and a Sunday afternoon when it's outside, it's 33 or 34 degrees, and you know, the kids like to swim around the waterfall. The water is not very rough, so just nice and cooling and hang out, and there's some barbecue kits that we found, so people come in here, bring their own food. There's nothing for sale here. There's no little shops or anything. So it's an absolutely, to me, total magical place. Not so much this first part, but once we started walking in towards the first tier, it's pretty impressive. And then in the second video, so I never trust myself to go in alone. I always bring a friend. So this is a hiking friend to ensure that, you know, there's a certain amount of safety when we go hiking so far in.
The river is dry.
You see the riverbed here on the left hand side.
Oh, this has been dry for a while. Because otherwise they would not put the road like this. It should be about 20 minutes to the first tier.
How about the waterfall is so cold?
Huh?
I want to take a bath there.
Is it?
Didn't you?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, if the sun comes out, then it's different. I didn't bring a swimming trunk or anything.
I wear one. Under my shirt.
Well, I think with this amount of people, it doesn't matter, right?
Sorry?
I said with this amount of people, it doesn't matter.
So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, I guess, and we're on the way to the first tier.
The only one watching you might be an orang asli or a monkey.
Yeah. I can hear them calling. saw a huge scorpion before.
We're here.
Not here. When I was in
I think we're lucky. I mean, if it's busy here, of course, it's not that much fun.
yeah.
But like this, my goodness.
Like some people in every minute. That's so fast.
So yeah, we're pretty surprised that there is absolutely nobody there.
Oh, this is very nicely done.
That is good.
We only went one person in the first 100 meters, so that was near the river, near the car park, more or less. Probably just the person that owned the car. And then later we found somebody that was camping out near the first tier. We found him on the way back. But we've been in there for nearly 4 hours and hardly saw anybody. Pretty impressive. And I have to admit, once we went up on the first tier, a completely new world opened up, and that's why I just used the word magical.
Okay, and then?
Here we got lost a little bit because this is the end of the actual concrete, and now it seems like all boulders. We think we missed some exit somewhere, because from here on out we just venture through the bush. However, there are some, like here, this little, in Malaysia we call it pondok, place where you can hide for the sun or the rain. And then later you will see some blue tags in the trees. I'll point it out to you on the left hand side, where somebody marked the trail to get somewhere. From this point onwards, we started to hear some water, but we couldn't detect where the river was. We thought it was on the right-hand side, and there's a very large dry riverbed on the left-hand side from us. And you see the size of the boulders here, yeah, massive. And these are the small ones.
Wow.
Look at the boulder that you see here, straight in front of us now at the bottom. That's about 6 meters high. Interesting tree growing with the boulders.
Now I hear the water.
And the water you hear at this moment is the actual waterfall. First hill. And here you can see some of the blue tags where somebody marked the path.
This is a wild river, I tell you. Wow. You look at the rocks it pulls here. You see, all the small rocks being pulled here, but the big rock is pulled here too.
Yeah.
So it can be a heavy river. Which is good.
Here you can also see that from the vegetation we are getting closer to the rainforest area.
Oh wow.
I just spotted the waterfall.
I can see some water flowing. Look at these rocks. Okay, somebody had an unlucky day. It's either through here or through here. Here.
The warning signs are telling you not to go there, so probably there is a rockfall hazard.
Oh wow. To there, because there's a little hut, right?
Okay.
Maybe we missed a small passage.
This big rock is broken and that is part of it.
Sorry?
This big rock is broken and that's part of it.
Yeah. Okay, how to get there?
So the blue pond you see in front of us is actually a water pump station. So they're collecting water upriver and they're pumping it from that little pond downstream, probably to feed maybe some of the farmers at the village.
There was a little hut. The hut is no more. Yeah, I can't. Huh? Say again? Yes, it's gone. But I think there's a path here. Let's try. No, come. Up here. Yeah, the water is here. The only thing is to which side?
You hear me say to which side, but in principle I'm looking which side shall we choose to go up. And we have chosen to go on the left-hand side of the waterfall. And you see the waterfall in front of us.
Yeah, it looks like it's on that side, right? On the left side, yeah.
A small journey like this is always extremely exciting, and I'll see you on the next one.